Boxing is the pathway to personal growth. Okay, so how? Why is it a pathway to personal growth? Boxing requires an extreme amount of dedication, an amount of committing to something. You need to commit to boxing to get anywhere in boxing. This is the same for personal growth. You need to dedicate yourself and commit yourself to growing as a person and generating those positive habits. So by starting boxing and training in a boxing gym, you need that dedication, you need that hard work, and then that transfers over into your personal growth. Not only that, you need an extreme amount of discipline. Now, everyone speaks about discipline and how good it is and how you need discipline over motivation, but no one actually speaks about ways to develop discipline. Boxing is I'm going to say the best way to develop discipline. If you don't have discipline in boxing, you will not get anywhere in the sport. If you don't have discipline to show up to each training session consistently, if you don't have discipline to work on a diet, get up every morning, go for a run and get fit, that is the discipline. Doing things when you don't feel like doing them, but doing them anyway, okay? Because you need to do them. If you don't do them, then you're not going to win. You're not going to get anywhere in boxing. You're not going to get better, okay? You need that same discipline for personal growth and self-improvement. If you don't have discipline with personal growth or self-improvement, you're only going to do it when you feel like doing it. If you don't want to wake up one morning because you had a late night or you're tired, then you'll just go back to sleep and you won't get better as a person. But if you have the discipline from boxing of waking up every morning early, even if you're tired, still going on that run, still training, still doing some boxing training, regardless of how you feel, you still do it. Okay, if you have that discipline from boxing, you can transfer it over into your personal growth. The discipline of waking up even when you don't feel like waking up, or doing things when you don't feel like doing them, doing things you hate but doing it like you love it, or just getting on with it because just get on with it. That's that discipline to do things when you don't even feel like doing them. Personal growth, if you don't feel like reading, who cares? Okay, pick up that book and start reading anyway. If you don't feel like meditating, if you don't feel like going to sleep early, waking up early, okay, you need that discipline that boxing is going to help with and build and transfer it into other areas of your life, like self-improvement. Boxing requires consistency. So if you start building a pattern, a routine of consistency in boxing, it's going to help you because you'll know how to transfer consistency and patterns and routines into other areas of your life. What I mean by this is, to get anywhere in boxing, you need to be consistent. If you dedicate yourself to boxing, you've got to be consistent with it. You show up to each training, you go there and just do things at a certain time each night. So maybe you train on Tuesdays and Thursdays, or every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You just go there and you train regardless of what's going on. Those are your times for training. You build that routine. You know how it feels to carry out the same tasks just because that's when you do them, okay? You need to build that same routine and habitual ways of like doing things at set times to your personal growth and improvement. You need to set a routine, say a morning routine, a night routine, things that you do throughout the day that is going to help your self-improvement. But because you've worked on your routine and habits building through boxing and training boxing, maybe you wake up every morning and you have to go on a run, or you go to training 3 times a week. With the self-improvement, you wake up early, you meditate, okay? That's your routine, that's your habit. But because you've done it in boxing, you know how to transfer it into that personal growth. Mental toughness. There's nothing harder than going in the gym, getting beat up by some guy that's better than you, and you're still in there fighting, and you can't do anything else. It's building that mental toughness of pushing yourself to the limit, working through hardships, working even when you don't feel like working to the point of throwing up, okay? It is so mentally tough to actually commit to boxing, do boxing, and get anywhere in boxing. You need to be some type of mental toughness to do that. This mental toughness is going to transfer to everything outside of that, okay? Anything outside of boxing feels easy. Oh no, I need to like wake up early and meditate. That's easy compared to boxing. What I do in that boxing gym is way harder than everything else in life. Like, if it's just going to help you deal with things. Everything is a pathway to personal growth and improving yourself. Nothing compares to that boxing gym and the pain you go through. So anything outside of it, you just get on with, okay? So what? You get on with it. It doesn't matter. It's not as hard as that. You've been through harder. You've got that mental toughness from doing the hard sessions in boxing. Nothing else really is capable of affecting you. And then there's like the fact that boxing is actually exercise, and exercise makes you feel good. Boxing is a very, very tough exercise, but it is still exercise. It still makes you feel good about yourself, and it's going to generate that positive feeling inside of you. Now, boxing is a positive behavior, okay? It helps you release anger, you're getting fitter, you're getting stronger, and you're just bettering yourself as a person in general, just inside of boxing. So then imagine what it does outside of boxing. If you're feeling good in boxing, you're doing a positive behavior. By generating that positive behavior, that then automatically makes you generate positive thoughts. So then after your boxing session, you'll have positive thoughts about other things. You might start setting goals. You might start feeling motivated about life and just achieving things. Those positive thoughts then become positive behaviors. If you get home after your boxing session feeling good, then you start writing your goals, and then the next day you start working on your goals, then that generates a positive behavior. You working on your goals as a positive behavior, which then triggers positive thoughts, and then it's just a cycle. But the start of that cycle is boxing, is starting boxing, going to that hard session, making you feel good about yourself, pushing yourself to the limit. That is a positive behavior, which then generates positive thoughts, and then so on, so on. By generating positive thoughts, you generate positive behaviors. Positive behaviors generate positive thoughts, okay? If you're doing positive things, you'll think positive. If you think positive, you'll do positive. It's as simple as that. Boxing is the pathway, is the key to personal growth, okay? It's a positive behavior that's going to then, like, automatically, without you even thinking about doing positive things, thinking more positively. It requires you to get fitter, work on your sleep, diet, more training, everything. Everything in boxing is just going to make your life way better in terms of your personal development and personal growth, your character growth, shaping who you are. You need to concentrate on your diet if you're a boxer. Having a better diet improves your mental health, improves your thinking, improves everything. But that's because of boxing that you actually decide to dedicate to that diet. It gives you a reason to do it. It's hard to just focus on your diet with nothing to do it for. Okay, if I wasn't boxing, then I might think, like, I can eat rubbish, nothing's going to matter. But because I box, I can't eat rubbish because I'm thinking about my weight. I'm thinking about, if I eat this, I'm going to feel bad. Like, I'm not going to be able to be as good at boxing, okay? Then it starts making you think about sleep. If I'm not sleeping right, I'm not going to be energized for my boxing session. But then because you have a reason to sleep right for your boxing session, you get all the other benefits of sleeping right, which is going to develop your self-improvement and help you be a better person. So focus on your sleep, okay? You feel energized for boxing, but then it makes you feel better throughout your whole day. And then the time you aren't boxing, you feel good anyway, okay? You can see the pattern. So we've got sleep, we've got diet, and then you need the recovery side. So maybe instead of going out with your friends, going out partying or whatever, you dedicate some time to stretching or going to the sauna, going to the gym for a recovery session. That is a way better habit and positive thing to do than go out and waste time with your friends. Well, I'm not saying don't spend time with your friends, but go out and do something that you should have, like start drinking alcohol or go out to parties and just wasting time. Because you box, you're going to think more about, okay, I need to recover, I need to work on my sleep, I need to diet, but I need to dedicate this time to stretching and actually making my muscles feel good so I can be a better boxer and train better. It is so important. They just go hand in hand. If you box, you automatically become a better person and work on your self-development without even noticing or without even trying. It makes it so much easier to do all these other things that it requires for personal growth, like diet, sleep, stretching, and like having a clear mind. Everything. Boxing is just a fuel for that. So there you have it, how boxing is a pathway to personal growth. I hope you can see where I'm coming from, and I hope it really makes you think about picking up boxing and improving yourself even more. So best of luck with it. I wish you happiness, success, and achievement. Good luck on your journey, and yeah, smash it. Let's go.